Welcome to the Recipe Video Game Podcast. I am your host, The Red Knight. Now, y'all know how this go. When there's something crazy, epic that I got to react to live, I'm going to do that in video form. So the rest of the podcast you can find actually on the Patreon page, which if you are on the Patreon, you can find the link in the description below. Now, real quick before I press play on this, by the way, literally just started. And I guess Nintendo just uploaded the whole thing and wasn't like a premiere where you got to watch live and watch along. I could clearly just jump through this clip right here, which I'm not going to do. But it's exciting because this is the first gameplay that we're seeing of Tears of the Kingdom. We've seen little gameplay snippets within actual trailers, over the last, how many years? It's been like 5 years of us seeing this game already. It's been a long time. But we haven't seen someone actually sitting down playing this game. And I feel like today what we're going to get is some of the action in the sky. I remember seeing patterns like 4 years ago, I feel like, of a character with a shield and a sword fighting in the sky. And I was like, yeah, that got to be Link, right? That got to be the next Zelda game, the next Breath of the Wild. And so I'm hoping we see some of that here. If there's any kind of time or just any kind of different realm, world, whatever it is, I would like to see that revealed here. Because, the game comes out right around the corner. They got to show some of the things that make this game special in order to hype the game, but also when previews start happening, when they start letting people get their hands on with it, like they're not the ones spoiling it. Like, oh, I saw this, or I saw that, or this happened. So I think this is a good way for Nintendo to be like, these are the big things that happen within this game, and we want to be the first ones to, share that. And this is how those things work, those mechanics work, maybe why they chose to go this route. Who knows? But I'm talking too much now. Let's get into it. Right now? Right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eiji Aonuma,
Eiji
producer of the
Aonuma.
Legend of Zelda series. First, I have some news. Development on
console?
The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete.
Okay, they
Thank
done.
you very much for waiting. Many of you are looking forward to this game.
We waited a lifetime,
and we've
but hey,
released a few
it's done.
trailers so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse,
That's a regular Switch
I'm going
OLED,
to
not
actually play
the
game
Tears of
for
the
you all
Kingdom one.
today and show you what it's like.
Cool, play that. Play that.
Okay, let's begin. Here we are in the land of Hyrule.
Let's go.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course, it's not just the same world as is.
Look
It's
at the
changed
smokes
in
over
many
there. There's
ways.
little smoke clouds.
If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches. In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
Oh,
You'll notice some landmasses floating up there.
that camera pan
We
up was
call them
amazing.
Sky Islands.
Is that a shrine right there with the little glowy ring
You're
around it?
probably wondering something. How do you get to the Sky Islands when they're so high up? If we take a look, oh, something's falling from the sky.
Oh, so you
You
just
see it?
reverse time like in the
I wonder
trailer?
what that is. Let's head over to it.
So is that the only way up, or is we've seen
We're
kind of like
almost
the
at the spot where
tears.
the object fell. Here it is. Okay, let's
Also,
use
that
one of Link's new abilities.
the L
If you do this on the rock that just
reverse time.
look, it started rising. This power is known as recall, which rewinds an object's
Recall.
movement. Since I just used recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands. Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them. There are a few other Sky Islands floating here
I
too.
don't know why that just looked a little bit smoother right there, right?
I made it. There are lots of ways to reach the Sky Islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods.
So that dragon?
Okay, now we're on a slightly bigger Sky Island.
So what's that
Just
ability
like
now?
on the surface, there are
L.
several man-made structures.
It's the same recall
Some trees
button.
are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though. Let's walk around for a bit. There's a branch on the ground.
Okay.
When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later.
A branch.
Let's continue.
We hyping the branch.
Oh, something's there. This is a brand new enemy called a construct. We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up.
And it has a branch.
Ah, the branch broke. Not good, not good. Quick, get another branch and...
All the people who hate weapons breaking, they're in shambles right now.
Moving on.
Like, they really thought they were going to remove that mechanic,
Sky Island.
which makes the game phenomenal.
As expected,
Great.
Fighting with just a
Yeah.
branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here, and do this, look, we can stick them together.
Okay, combined
We created
it.
a makeshift hammer. This is called fuse. You can stick objects together to create new weapons with various
And
effects.
vehicles, as we saw in the
Let's
last
take on
show.
another construct with this fused weapon. We're
But
dealing
what
with
can
two
you
of them at
fuse?
once.
Anything?
Oh, we beat one. The weapon's attack is
The-
definitely
These enemies look so Skyward
the
Sword,
other
which I really
branch
like.
broke, but this weapon has much better durability. You
See,
can do all sorts of
you
things
can make
by
your weapons more
experimenting with
durable.
the fuse ability. You can fuse two weapons, for example. If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range. With this, we don't have to get too close to enemies,
Yo.
and we can safely attack from a distance. You can also fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow.
What? Is he gonna fly?
Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow and you can freeze faraway enemies.
I mean,
Very useful.
we always then we have
In
ice
addition,
arrows for that
Let's
situation.
see. Ah, there's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult. Apparently, my eyes can't track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So at times like these,
Imagine that would have hit him. That
here's
would
an
have been
eyeball you can
crazy.
get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and... Look, it homed in on the target.
The lock-on key side.
Let's try this on another bird. I'll just fire in that general direction. It's very simple. Depending on
So,
what you stick together, the fuse ability could also be beneficial.
but you gotta always go into the inventory and fuse. It looks like it's not like you can just have a
I
stash.
fused a mushroom to my shield.
That
Now,
explains
you're
why you got a
probably wondering if this has any
flamethrower.
use. Well, this mushroom is
Which I said in the
actually a
Discord. I
punch.
said that
Let's
flamethrower
fight
looked
an
like it was
enemy
an
with this.
attachment. So we'll probably see that today.
I blocked
And here
with
we
the
are.
shield. Okay, there's smoke now.
So
The
it's
enemy has
blind.
lost sight of Link, so attack. Even if you struggle
gonna
with
change
combat,
I mean,
you
the
can take down
combat's
enemies
gonna be-
using similar methods.
Crazy now. It was
In the
crazy
previous
before.
game, you'd
gonna
usually
be real
get
crazy
powerful
now.
weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon. There are even more gameplay options for sticking things together.
Damn.
Let me demonstrate. Some of the Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that. We need a
Now
boat.
there's a hand there.
Of course, there isn't anything that
So
resembles
there's
a boat
different
around
things
here.
that you can clearly attach to
So,
the L button.
We'll lift up this log and attach it to a second log. Let's do one more. We'll bring this over here and attach a third log. It's a makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand. Even though the
Ultra
logs are
Hand.
currently attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft. You can always attach things or detach them like this. Now, if we put this on the water, it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat. We've made a simplified version of a boat. However, it won't move in its current state, so we'll need something to propel it forward.
Are these things going to be
There's
laying
something
around
here.
next to each other all
Let's
the time?
try
Or?
hitting it. Oh, wind. It's blowing wind. Looks like we found a fan. Why don't we try attaching it? We'll attach another one. This should make the boat well balanced.
Insane.
Okay, they're attached. All right, let's try moving the boat. Hey, it's moving. It's sailing pretty fast with the wind from the fans.
That's crazy.
Since we added 2 fans, we should be able to cross the river in no time. All right, we reached
And
the
a
other
new
side.
enemy. Oh no, that's a character. Friendly.
In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link riding a large car and a flying machine. Those vehicles actually aren't in the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on
You
your
gotta
own.
make them. That's
There are
crazy.
all sorts of objects you'll come across in this game. And depending on how you use your imagination, you can do a lot with them. So, try crafting different things and explore this world at your
So
leisure.
that smoke over there. Oh, that's clouds
There are
because you're in the
even more
sky.
abilities. Take this building over here. Okay, watch this.
I'm gonna say this though.
Look, I passed right through the ceiling.
Imagine if we
This
had a
new
new
ability is
switch.
called
And
Ascend.
don't lie, don't act like you ain't
If
the
you're
only
in a
one
place
thinking
with a
it,
ceiling,
because
you can go
the
through.
first game was made for the Wii U, and this looks just like a Wii U
To the
game
floor above you.
on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, you know the scope is gonna be
There
bigger,
are some
and they're gonna use the
restrictions,
Switch
but what's great about
to do all the
this
crazy shit they're
is that
doing.
as
But
long as there's a ceiling, you
man,
can
I
use
wish
it
we had new
anywhere.
hardware to play this on.
For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here, come on, keep going. Okay,
Whoa.
we emerged at the top of the hill. In the previous game,
So they made
you
getting
had to
around
use stamina to climb a mountain.
Awesome.
But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cage. If it's got a ceiling, you know what to do, right? Exactly. Oh, there's another construct.
You got a big
It
ass
seems to be
sword.
holding a
Oh
strange
no.
weapon. Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently from the previous game. Ah, it blew me away with wind. Looks like it's got some sort of
That's
fan.
crazy.
Ah, I got pushed off. Oh well, let's just return to the surface. You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this.
No loading?
It feels so good.
That's nice.
In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land.
Come on, show
You
some
can also
fighting in the
search for
sky.
destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this. Let's dive into this river. And we're back on the surface.
I know y'all was hoping that he was gonna go underwater, right?
There are still so many things I'd
Now
like
we
to
still
show you,
still
but
stuck in the
let's
Wind
leave it
Waker
at that.
situation. No underwater in the open air Zelda games that we know of so far.
What did you
No
think?
underwater sections.
Some of Link's new abilities were updated from the previous game.
So they
Sure,
really
some
don't
of
want
you
to show
watching me
nothing.
Play, we're thinking.
Like if that's
Wait,
it,
If you could do that, then maybe. You
yeah,
could do
yo,
this
that's
too.
crazy.
In
They ain't
this
show
game,
no
you
fighting
can
in
do
the
a
sky,
lot of
nothing. You
things
could
just
clearly
by
see
thinking
Link
about
will
what's
move
even
and
possible.
change positions and
Still a
stuff
lot
like
of new
that.
gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this.
Nah, y'all,
unfamiliar
not that y'all
hyrule.
couldn't, y'all
We
didn't
hope
want
you'll
to.
use your imagination.
We're
to
gonna hear all that stuff from the previews,
That's all for today. Thank
which
you
is
for
kind of
watching.
gonna suck if we don't see it actually in footage until, you know, it's the media doing it. Right around the corner, man. Can't wait. There were so many things in the background that I saw that I was just like, okay, yeah, they are going to show the new Switch. I'm personally not a fan of this design at all. But it's not ugly, don't get it twisted. Well, the actual console looks better than the Joy-Cons to me. Hell yeah. But it looks good altogether. Altogether, it looks damn good. So that comes out earlier. Ooh, a Pro Controller. That Pro Controller. That definitely piqued my interest right there. So there was something that I wanted to show that I noticed in the background. Wait, let me see something. This inventory. Oh no, this was him going through the fuse items.
Apparently, my eyes can't track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So at times like these, here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters.
I mean, it's crazy how you swapping through your items in that way.
Look, it homed in on the target.
I wonder if that's because they made the actual item management better. More than likely, I mean, they're gonna make quality of life changes. All right, there was, where was it? Was
Got
it
some sort of
here?
fan. You can quickly descend from the sky.
Yeah, you can see
to
how
the
Link
surface
moves.
Like this.
Like
It
you
feels
could
so
just
good.
feel like you're gonna be able to.
In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land.
Look, your item, your sword.
You can also search for
None of that
destinations
stuff is
pique your
like
interest.
blacked out. Like if you can't use it,
Once you've chosen your
like
destination,
the L button
you can
is.
speed things up, like this.
It's like they just don't want to show you doing
Let's
all
dive
that.
into
I think
this
they're gonna
river.
save all that stuff for the final epic trailer. That's why.
And we're back on the surface. There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now.
That's wild. Where there was a like this pearled statue in the background. I don't know where it was at. It might have been. No, I think it was further. Like around here somewhere.
I passed right through the ceiling. This new ability is called Ascend. If you're in a place with a
Wait,
ceiling,
was that it right there on the?
look, I passed right through
That's
the
cool
ceiling.
as hell. All right, see, that's something in the middle
This
of that
new
circle.
ability
That's not
is
what I was
called
talking
Ascend.
about.
If you're in a place with a ceiling, you can go through to the floor above you.
Link between worlds.
There are some restrictions, but what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere. For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here,
But I'm feeling like if there's an island right above you, you could probably do this too and
Come
just
on,
fly all the
keep
way up.
going.
I mean, we've seen those
we
teardrops fall
emerged
in the
at the top of the
trailers.
hill.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. You see the that ball right there, like that crystal ball. Looks like a goddamn Palanthria and shit from Lord of the Rings. It could also be one of the the what are they called? The laser eyes. You know, from the old Zelda games, when you walk by them, they would just bzzz, shoot a laser at you. It could be those. Like, I mean, in the sky, looks like there's going to be a lot of cool enemy variety.
Previous game, you had to use stamina
I don't think
to
we've seen
climb
a
the
single
mountain.
old
But
enemy in
game,
this
if there's a mountain
gameplay.
with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cave.
So clearly,
It's got a
you
ceiling.
have a lot of stuff to put
You
on
know
your
what to do,
L
right?
button.
Exactly.
Because look at the little
there's another
man
construct.
with his arms up like he's about
It
to
seems
fly
to be
up through the
holding a
wall.
strange weapon.
We've seen the
Some
hand,
enemies are
which is
equipped with
to fuse
fused
stuff.
weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently. From
Well, not to
the
fuse
previous
stuff, to create vehicles and
game.
stuff.
It blew me away.
Then
with
we
wind.
saw
Looks like it's
the
got some sort of
fuse
fan.
symbol.
Ah! I got pushed off.
I love this that there's no. And
Oh,
look?
well,
What are
let's just
those
return to the
symbols right
surface.
there? Those red, are those
You
shrines?
can quickly
Are
descend from the
those
sky to the surface like this.
dungeon-like things? Who
It feels
knows?
so good. In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land. You can
It's a
also
lot,
search for
though.
destinations that pique your interest.
It's a lot on the
Once you've
surface,
chosen your
dude. That I was
destination,
like I want to explore. Like, what is like? There's a damn
sky, you'll
tower.
be able to look out across the land.
There's a
You can also
tower. Watch.
search for destinations that pique.
Look at that tower right there, right under Glide. You see what I'm saying? Like just light beaming out of it, and that don't look like one of the towers that you would have to go up there in order to, open up the map. And there wasn't one there because you could see where that area is from, the original game, Breath of the Wild. It's crazy. Like I'm actually looking at the world like those giant clouds right there with lightning in them. What's that? There's a lot going on.
Your interest. Once you've chosen your destination,
Just
you can
watching
speed
this
things
little
up,
bit of gameplay, there
like
was so
this.
many sections where I was like, man, I want to
Let's
go
dive
there, I
into
want to
this
go
river.
here, I want to go there.
And we're back on the surface. There are still so many things
Crazy.
I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now.
Link looking good
What
right
did you
there.
think? Some of Link's
That
new
outfit is
abilities
crazy,
were
though,
updated
like-
from the previous game.
I wonder why that's the secondary
sure
outfit
some
they
of you
always
watching you
choose to
play
show
were
us. They always made it look like there was a
Wait,
different Link.
If you could do that, then maybe you could do this too.
It's interesting though.
In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible. There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters
bet.
we couldn't show today, but they're all jammed
Yeah, I ain't
packed
show
into this
nothing
unfamiliar
today,
hole,
really.
and we hope you'll use your imagination to explore.
At all.
That's
Like
all
if
for
this
today.
never happened,
Thank
we
you for
wouldn't
watching.
like I don't feel like we're anywhere in the sense of being knowledgeable, like we're not anywhere in a more knowledgeable space. It's like we knew these things already were in there. They just showed us, hey, like this is kind of how it works, without even going into full details. Like, how do you equip this? How do you equip that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's cool as hell, though. I already got the Link Amiibo. Bought that, but that Pro controller, it got me thinking right now. I just want to see that controller again. But this was absolutely. I don't know who idea was to do this. Like, this was the most. Yo, we don't want to show y'all shit, but we know y'all complaining and y'all want to see stuff. So, hey, look, check this out, dude. That look good. That look good. Hold on, I meant to pause on the Pro controller. I keep it there. The music is so good in this section anyway. Bling. I mean, the carrying case is nice too. I like this aesthetic they went with this like black and gold, more black than gold. Because usually we would always get everything gold, and at some point it's like you could do different things. Nintendo, it's all good. We get it. Zelda Gold, NES, the cartridge. That's all well and nice. Triforce, we get it. But you can mix it up, and I feel like this is really nice. Like the Pro controller having one grip that's white. It's just weird, right? It's like why though? But it makes sense, right? Because Link is lacking the arms, so I guess that's their way of saying, like, one of your controller's arms is, I guess, off. Like Link's one of his arms is off. Like, that I think is a cool touch. It could have been honestly like green and stuff, like the green on the Joy-Con on the left one. But honestly, I prefer it the way it is right here because right here it reminds me actually of the Smash one, which the Smash was the black and white one, right, with the Smash symbol. And I think that's one of the best Pro controllers ever made, other than the number one, which was the Xenoblade one. because I think that design just was probably the best that they actually did out of all of them. I mean, Splatoon had two good pro controllers also, but yeah, this one right here is really nice. Just as aesthetically, this one is really cool. But I still think the Smash one might be the best. But yeah, I like this one a lot too. It's really nice. And I mean, if you need a new pro controller, why not get a Zelda one, right? Not that I need one, but I'm just saying if you do, that's a good controller right there. That's a real nice controller. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this. I mean, it wasn't much, but hey, listen, we got to see the game a little bit, which is better than nothing, I guess. And I don't feel where any more like wiser or put it on to what's going on in this game, but that's good too. Like, how many times have we just jumped into games and been absolutely surprised by what we're about to play? It rarely happens, and I can give you one example, and it's a recent one because that's how rare it is. Like, I can't even tell you one before this, but Hi-Fi Rush was one way. It was like that game just came out, and yeah, we all had to experience it together because yeah, it was stealth dropped. You know what I mean? So that was one of those situations where there was no preconceived notion, no nothing. It was just like, this is it. Enjoy. There was no previews. There was none of that. So I'm interested to see how Nintendo goes about keeping what they want secret, letting the media play the game. Like, it's going to be weird. You know what I mean? Like, what the NDAs are going to be, what they can and can't talk about, even in reviews. Because it just feels like they really don't want the big hooks of this game spoiled. And I hope they don't get spoiled. I hope that Nintendo, gets their wish and we get to experience this game the way they want us to experience it. And that's all I got to say about that. So until the next one, peace.